Okay, let me tell you this. What if you could hire anyone from anywhere, the best of the best of the best, budget not a problem, language not a problem, going to them not a problem, and you could really get the help you need to do everything you want and be more efficient and pick up those personal projects that you have from there, or be more efficient at the office, or be a better student at school, even just have better friends. So the quality of people that you surround yourself with make a lot of difference in the impact that you have, but also the quality of the outcome. Well, what if I were to tell you that budget and location and language is not only a problem, but also that they have been waiting for you? These tool I've used for more than probably 12 years. I've used it for my personal life, I've used it for my business, I've used it for when I am hired by a big company and I need more hands, even for my relationships. And it comes from a book called Hiring the Heavens. It is written, it was written by Dean Slater, and she tells us about how, of course, it comes from. This is what I'm going to tell you. It's not about religion. It's not about any particular dogma, but it comes from a place of reminding us that we're not alone and that we're all connected, entanglement and multi dimensions. And yes, of course, you have to be a bit crazy um, to believe that's true, but I am, and you are. So that's why I'm telling you. And just a bit, the most important bit of craziness we have, the crazy gene, the amazing gene. So since later, it's telling us that there is a lot of help just waiting for us to ask them for whatever we need. Just try to imagine that for one moment. A vast place of amazing experts on whatever you can think of. Not even the AI, like whatever you can think of. Already there waiting for you to call them in, to be part of your team. So if they are there, and if they are waiting for you to call them in, to give them a task, why haven't they done it already? Like, oh gosh, like, isn't it too hard, too heavy? Isn't life sometimes too tedious? If they have been somewhere looking at us, why haven't they intervened? Well, here's the trick. Here's the catch. Here's the truth. It's you. There is something called free will, and you need to want. Like, this is not about being done in a sense that you don't have to be aware. You have to be the creator of your life. That is why it's called your life. So life does expect your higher self, if you will, creation does expect you to be the person who decides. So if you want to go about doing everything, trying everything, trial, error, for whatever you don't know how to do or don't have the time or money to invest, go ahead. Hopefully you believe in reincarnation as well. But if you don't, or if you don't want to wait, you can just open to the possibility that there are energies, entities, call them how you want, guides, angels, energies that are waiting, that have all the knowledge, because they are not in a particular place, in a particular plane. They know that's information that you can imagine embodying it in an agent, in a server, in a helper, in a manager, in a headhunter, in a whoever, in a friend, in a coach, in a mentor? For how long have you wanted to do things and you thought you couldn't? Now you can. And the reason why I'm bringing you this today is because I have used it many, many years. The book tells us about a 1, 2, 3, like a methodology that you should follow, or a step by step, more than a methodology. And it is about getting clear of what we want, or finding someone, hiring someone to help us know what we want. And when we have that someone and we know what we want, just putting ourselves in the disposition to receive the help. So, and you can make it as fun as you want. I like fun. So I really get into my energy and get into my role of I am going to hire, regardless where I am, because it may happen anywhere. It can happen in the train. It can happen. You can realize waiting for in the queue to pay your groceries, and then you just kind of tune in and say, okay, wow, I need this helper. Like I need someone to help me with this and this and that. And it has to be an expert in this and this and that and whatever I haven't thought about yet, but we're gonna need it for that. And then I need that helper to help me. This is the deliverable. This is the result. I need to achieve this, or I don't know what I want to achieve. So how do I get from here to there? And the book tells us to give the helper a name or a word so that we can kind of cue in, we can align to that energy the very moment that we need it. And they have the most amazing names. What struck me at first is that the more I used it, and I have helpers for marketing, which I don't do, by the way, so that's a very important one for me. I have helpers for voice to voice and feedback. I have mentors. I have helpers for finance. I have helpers for communications and technical things. I have a driver. He's amazing, by the way. I have someone who helps me in the logistics because I travel a lot. So how to sync this plane with that other, and to make sure that my bags are there on time and that they don't. And I know you might be thinking, you must be thinking, okay, she finally went crazy. No, I am like this, and I can tell you, I have a lot of amazing, playful time doing this and taking the most amazing, I'm using the word amazing again, advantage of it. But I have to be the one to tell them free will. I need to know, or I need to get clarity. And then what has caught me by surprise is that the more that I work with them, the more they become a real person. Real people have come to my life randomly with these skills, the exact skills that I need. It's amazing. And you know what? One of the most important things for me, life in that particular moment gives me the resources that I want, that I need, that I had wished for to hire that person, or to bring them into a project with a mutual agreement. It's amazing. And then first, you'll never have to do things by yourself, but if you do have to work by yourself, because some of us do have that kind of activity, then you don't have to rely on yourself only. You can, what do you need? A pair of eyes, a pair of hands, a pair of wings. Isn't this great? So don't don't trust me on this one. Just go ahead and try it. The people that I have suggested this to, they have had amazing results. And we host, so the book also suggests that we should not only ask them whenever we need them, but also have small depending on the teams, so we can group them in teams and have small get-togethers and follow-ups. And but Maya, how do I get the answers? Where do I get the information from? So we have to be tuned in. Ta-da! So if you are a very intuitive person, their feedback, their comments, their information are gonna come in so many ways, randomly and synchronically. Like, the synchronicity is amazing. It could be a movie, it could be an advertisement, it could be just a word in your head that pops up in your head, an image, a memory. If you're not an intuitive person, you still get them, don't worry. It's just that it's a little bit more tricky, because you need to trust, you need to learn how to trust that that comes from them. Isn't it all about you trusting yourself and about you trusting how you have the tools to do it all? So no more excuses for that project that you haven't been able to do, that thing that you haven't been able to solve, that relationship that you want to make it better, that part of yourself that you want to develop, finances, everything. It's at the, I was going to say the palm of your hand, but I will say the top of your heart. If you want to read the book, it's an amazing book, very short. You'll eat it in no seconds, but you'll need to have fun and practice it. I know. You're going to tell me, okay, I'm going to look like a lunatic. Isn't the moon the most amazing thing? Have fun. I am going to get my new helper very soon. It's one that I haven't had before, but I know I need him. And he's going to bring me something that I've been wanting for a long time. But to give you an example, thanks to them, I am here seated in the recording studio with a recording studio doing all of this for you and me. So have fun. What's your next thing in life? And go get it. Go get that helper who's gonna help you get it. Don't wait. Wait is not an option anymore.